definitely the lifestyle of music and basking in it, owning that so proudly, because yes, we are the culture and this is Street Music TV, or if you're listening via radio, you're listening on Plus 89.9 FM. And now you know how we do on Unpacking. It's either stories or conversations. Today we choose conversations, and we are definitely going to have that with people or artists, talented people, creatives, you know, from Continent Live. So to my immediate right, we have Vondee. Seated right next to Vondee is Versez. Seated across from me is Arathejay. And so yes, hi gentlemen.
Hi.
A lot of masculine energy happening in here. So let me be soft. I identify as a soft woman, right? So yeah. Anyway, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You're all looking good. Shades and a mask.
Balaclava. Yeah.
What's it called?
Balaclava.
Balaclava.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's your own name you've given to it.
Oh no, that's the name.
That's the name.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's very unique. So yeah. Anyway, let's just get right into talking about the Continent Live, what it is, how it brings together emerging artists, whatever. Fulfillment you get from being a part of it, and then also how it's helping you, right? So I've asked a lot of things, but I'm going to start with Versez.
Okay, so the Continent Live, yeah, then be some, I don't know, like we the emerge artists, underground artists, like we up and coming artists. So my manager reached out to them, and then they did a live, how do we call it? A camp, a writing camp, and then I entered, I did a song, and yeah, that is where we are today.
That's where you are today. Now, you guys have a mixtape, right?
We did a tape.
You did a tape, right?
Man.
That was the volume 1.
Yes.
The Continent Live First Class volume 1, right? Volume 2 is coming as well.
Sure.
But we'll get talking about that, a bit later in the show. But also, Vondee, how did you come to be a part of the Continent Live?
Also, I was invited by a producer friend, Two Shoes. He was a producer picked for the camp, and then he introduced me to them. And that's how I went there and made music, and I met all these amazing guys. Some of them I know already, like Ara. I met Versez there.
Okay.
And some other guys, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
all right. Now, Arathejay, we know that you're doing your thing in the industry, just as Versez and Vondee are doing, right? Yeah. What made you decide, to join this incubator of really talented, creative, deeply passionate people?
First of all, we'd like to appreciate your hair too.
Hey, appreciation for the hair in the building. That's right.
Crazy.
Thank you.
But then about the continent, just like Vondee said, I think the spirit behind art is more collaborative than an individual thing. Yeah, so I think that's what drove all of us, that collaborative spirit, that togetherness of how we are going to push the sound, because we are yearning to push the sound. Yeah, so the collaborativeness of everything brought us together. And that's what made me, because I'm mostly recording myself alone, but that team writers brought out a lot of things in us.
You mentioned the sound, right? When you say the sound, is there a particular sound that the Continent Live, wants to focus on, to push? Or is it that everyone, is still allowed to bring their own uniqueness, into the team? Or is it that, it's going to be skewed towards, a particular popular genre?
Yeah. For us, they give that liberty. Yeah, it's like poetic justice. Yeah, that liberty for you to do what it is that you can do. I love high life, but from that collaboration, I got to do some other things, jazz ways.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was good. They gave us the chance to do anything that you want to do, but top notch. Yeah, gave us the help with the recording instruments and gave us producers, senior producers, by God's grace.
Forget the food.
Okay.
And the food.
Okay. Now, the Continent Live has been in existence for about 1 year and 2 months now, since its creation in March 2020. 23, right? Okay. Now they brought all of you together. I think that it's really nice because when you mention collaborations, I'm a big believer in, you know, collaborations because sometimes, you know how they say that if you want to, you know, go far,
you go together.
you go together, exactly. So I'm a big believer in collaborations, and so it's beautiful to see, you know, what the Continent Live is doing, right? Let's talk about your first tape, which is the Continent Live First Class Volume 1 and its creation. What went into that? You know, I know that there were a few artists on there, right? But the fact that, you know, if you have an individual body of work, you know that, oh, I have to push it alone, or I have to do it with my team, right? But this is, you know, collective work, right? So how is that playing out, Versez?
You see, the vibe they get it. So they just we hit the how do we call it, the camp, and then, you know, they created how do we call it, the studio for us, and then we just did it. You see, no stress inside, because that was what Vondee said earlier. I got to know Vondee through the camp, and then Arathejay, so it be vibe. We just enter there, we do something, and then they listen to the songs that we did. Yeah, they sat down and then they listened to the songs that we did, and then they choose the one that they want to bring it out as the first class volume 1. Yeah, so they choose the songs.
Okay. Okay, that's nice. Now, this was released in March this year, right? The First Class Volume 1 was released this year. Okay. I mentioned that the Volume 2 will be released later, right? Maybe in a couple of months, let's say 2-3 months-ish at this point. But I also wanted to mention the artists who were on the Volume 1. So we had Vondee, who was here, Cool Paul, Baba WVD, Dajon AF, Arathejay, seated right across me, Dove Nicole, Ni Amu, and Reina, right? Okay. Now beyond this, the concept of writing camps, I don't think that is a big deal in Ghana yet, even though it's catching up, right? Okay. So now you guys had a writing camp where I'm told you created 70 songs in 7 days. Take me through that, the process, you know, the whole 7 days of work, because it's a big deal, right? Having to create 70 songs, that's like what, 10 songs a day, even if you are structuring it. But if you're not structuring it, the possibility of making 1 song a day and another day making 30 songs is really high, you know. It's not like a standard 10 songs a day type of thing. So let's run through, you know, the whole writing camp, you know, your experience, also bonding with other people, you know, who are not even here today. And the possibility, this is to all of you, the possibility, you know, of your future collaborations with people that you also have met in the camp.
Well,
Vondee.
Yeah, first off, I think I must admit that we are blessed, because making music comes easy. I feel like in a day, probably in the studio, I can make like 3 songs if I put my mind to it. Or 4. Arathejay, you go feel making all that one. So having people on the same mindsets and guys that see the same perspective as you, all in one place at the same time, I feel like it's going to be crazy, because it's like putting a pack of wolves in a room, and like they're going to go crazy.
Yeah.
So that's to explain how come like we're able to create like 70 songs in 7 days. I feel like we could have even done better.
Oh yeah, we could have done more.
Hey,
but I mean, to answer,
the 70 is not enough.
Oh, we could have done better.
Wow.
Yeah, for real.
Okay.
Because we had a closing time at 12 a.m. Recording sessions was supposed to like.
Close
So if it was
what
like
the
an
start
overnight.
times then?
I think
morning
like
from 7.
Like 2 was, I think 2. No, I think it was in the
That's
afternoon.
interesting.
Yeah, it starts in the afternoon.
It starts 2 in the afternoon.
the recording
yeah,
session
but
starts in the
I mean, if you go early.
That's really interesting.
So say we had to be there overnight, it would have been crazier. But yeah, and the collaboration, so all these guys are great guys, and then they're talented, and we all share the same mindset, same goal. We almost want to get to the same places. We have the same mindset, like
rooms, all of that.
And it wasn't stressful too, because they didn't get two for we, didn't get drinks for we.
The food parts that we have to.
It's really important because certain, you know, creative.
Because I go do music, I for chop.
For chop. You really need. No, that one. I agree. I agree because I mean you can't really create on an empty stomach. So that's also really important.
So big ups to the continent. They sport there.
There's sport there. You all of you.
But
Versus, let's talk about songwriting, right? For you, I understand that is a writing camp, but at the same time, some people don't write their music, right? Some people will say that I just entered the studio and I pour it all out, right? There's also some people who will write and then still do a measure of the vibes, right? How does it work for you as an individual? And then were you forced, to do, some writing or not, if you are not that type of person?
It was cool. With the continent, it was cool because me and Mo dropped the beat and then Dajon did the vibe. So it was vibe. You see, they don't want us to stress out and then bring something that, is not good. They want a perfect something. So he dropped the beat and then naturally from Nane Yankopon, the vibe just came. We just for there. So Power was the track that I was on the project.
Okay.
It was directly divine.
Directly divine.
And then we did it. It wasn't anything giddy. Yeah.
That's nice. Okay, so Arathejay, right? In relation to music creation in the way Versez speaks about it, have you found some people on there or in there with the Continent Live who you're looking at maybe like future projects with, the possibility of joint albums, joint EPs, but still working with and under the Continent Live?
Under the Continent Live, found some people. I think, and also I really wanted to answer that question earlier you asked of how all these, if I drop the individually, I'll be thinking I'll push it on my team. So how about when we drop it
the promo and the collective?
Yeah, and also answering this one. I think that one, dropping it as a whole, gives you more reach. As you said, if you want to go far, you do it together, you align everyone's influence, and we take it there. But then with the people, before I got to the camp, I think I knew, let's say 90% of them.
Of the people.
Yeah,
right.
the artists, the producers, because I didn't used to have a studio initially, so I used to be going up and down everywhere. So through those things, I met Vondee, I met a lot of people. Yeah, and I would love to put all of them on, because those people are, there's a sound, there's something coming. Yeah. Facts. It's here though, but more realization, acknowledgement, but it's still coming. And you will understand what I'm saying very soon.
When it comes. Okay. Now let's talk about creative block for all of you.
Okay.
You said, Vondee, that there was a possibility of making more than 70 songs in the 7-day time that you were there. Was there anything as a creative block? I'll go around with this, so I'll come to all of you. Was there anything as a creative block for you? Because as creatives, I think that during the time that you have a creative block is that time that the universe or your body is saying to you to calm down, relax, and then get some maybe revival sort of to push back into whatever creative piece that you are doing. So was it a marathon for all of those days? Did you have to push yourself beyond the creative block, if any?
Well, first off, I was excited to be there. Also, it was in a way where you could easily feed off other people's energies, like when you felt like you were blocked. And that was the nice thing about it, because if I was alone in the studio writing my own song, I'd probably get to a point where I feel like, this one, it's not going the way I want it to go, and I might leave it and go to the next, or just leave it and come back later. But this way, like I'm in the studio with guys that are also great and doing great music, and then I'm like, Charlie, this side, I don't know what I'll go do for you. And then you hop in and bring your idea. So there were creative blocks, but I feel like the collaboration made it easier to be able to push forward quicker and faster and get over it.
Okay. Versez, how about you?
So let's say, for me, when I was doing, I was writing Power, the vibe was there naturally, but then you see, you have a direction that you are writing the song to. So go off track. So I pause, then I go outside. Then get some sitting for the outside. You go there, then get Miss Khadija get some. Oh, never be oh, you never have so.
Tuesday.
You say accept some things. Oh, some nambi. You know, I think
Versus, I can handpick Versus out of the team as a foodie. Versus like
So you
You're looking across me like
you didn't have idea.
So as you go,
Papa, they have come back. I say,
you get yourself.
This beyond. I can't give on. Yeah, so it was cool. Yeah, it was cool. Very, very fun too. Yeah, it was fun.
Okay. All right. Arathejay, did you have any creative blocks? Any break times? I mean, pulling breaks and then taking breaks as well.
Yeah, for me it was. You see, when he asked the time that we come, he said 2. But if you ask my manager, I was always there in the morning.
Oh, that's why you said 7. Yeah.
Well, I'll go early because there are spaces to record. So you can actually come early and work on something. So for me, the break was when my recording be break. I was saying to me, calm me down. Yeah, but it's not. For me, the creative block, I don't know, because I always talk about it like, I believe, say their Versez kind of comes from somewhere. And I always believe he's telling me something. I mean, so far, every time. Yeah, so for me, maybe trying to get melody as he's saying, but when you are surrounded with positive energy, aside God himself, when you are surrounded with people who also have very positive minds, it helps you. Yeah, you get through any block.
Yeah. Nice. I want us to get into your individual, careers just for a bit, and then we conclude again with the Continent Live Incubator, right? Vondee, what are you working on, outside of the Continent Live for 2024? I'm also asking because there's a thing we do, unfortunately, where we put, all emerging, fast rising, very talented artists into an alter bracket, which should not be the case. Do you guys agree?
Yeah.
Yes. Because they're also doing genres that may also be very popular. The only difference is some groups of people are drawn more to their music, and then we just say, oh, this person is altered, right? Shouldn't be the case. What are your plans for the year?
First of all, let me address the altered thing.
Yeah.
Because in this day and age, it's like, what is a mainstream song? I don't think there's a formula, because any song at all can blow up in this day and age where there's internet and
I
all these
agree.
things. Yeah, so I don't feel like we have to be boxed in some. I feel like we are making music. That's what we are doing.
100, I agree.
Yes, it's music. And what I'm working on, I'm making more music. I'm recording. I have a 2-part project coming out. A 2-song, so you can call it a 2-track EP.
Yeah.
Yeah. Title is 1 o'clock.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, self-explanatory.
Yeah.
So
One time.
yeah, like, one time.
Great.
Time they pay attention to Vondee.
Yeah.
Time. Then in June, which is my birth month too, so I feel like it's blessed. Yeah.
All right. That's next month.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So a 2-song EP for Vondee Versez. What is it for you?
Working, but then a single is about to be, I'm about to drop a single.
What's the title?
Kakraka.
Kakraka.
Big.
Bozy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, something big. Kakraka. So Kakraka day. We finish them. We go drop them soon. Yeah, watch out.
Watch out.
Some high life tune,
Watch out for Versez's Kakraka. Okay.
Big. Yeah, man.
Okay.
That's not. Versez, I didn't feel like die.
Arathejay, what's the year looking like for you so far? I mean, we're in the 5th month of the year already.
Too busy. I've actually just been quiet kakra because it's going back to back. So the first release, official Arathejay, when you see that release, know that the next one will come the next week and the next one will come the other week. So it's just back to back like that. So the first release is this month. I can't give a day, but when you see the first release, know there's another release coming the next week and the one after that. I'm releasing my tape this year too.
Okay. All right. So Versez said he's giving us Kakraka, right? You are just saying release.
Oh yeah.
Please put names to it for me.
You let me give you one.
Okay, thank you.
The first one to come out. One of them to come out this month is C'est la vie.
C'est la vie.
Yeah.
Okay, this is life. Or
this is life.
Yeah.
Such as
okay.
life.
All right. Is that a solo project
Solo.
or do you have a feature on there?
Just me.
Just you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Produced by Signal.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's Jesus Christ too.
Okay.
But kakra kakra.
Okay, kaka kakra. So now you've given me two. Selavi and Jesus Christ. I got you on there. We'll be waiting for all of that.
Okay.
Seems like it's going to be a busy year for all of you.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the Continent Live, the First Class Volume 2, which I earlier mentioned that is going to be coming sometime in the next 2-3 months ish, right? What are you looking forward to on that project? Because I'm sure the songs on this project are going to be the 70 songs, maybe some of the 70 songs that you created a couple of weeks ago, right? So what are your expectations for that tape coming?
Crazy things, because more artists they know they first class.
First class.
Okay.
And I'm sure some of them are going to
second class.
be on the second class. So that tape will be mad. Yeah, just watch out.
The second
if
half
you
is
dey
about to be
outside,
crazy
crazy talent out there. Watch out for the second class.
I agree. That's the thing we do on Through Music, where on Tuesdays we have emerging, fast rising, up and coming artists come here to perform. And since we started that, listen, the catalog that people have, mind blowing. So I agree when you say that there are a lot of people out there who are really, really talented.
Crazy.
I agree. Vondee, expectations for you for the tape?
For the second, for volume 2. I mean, we were there, we created the music, we know what's coming. Yeah, we know the second half is mad, it's out of here.
Okay.
And I use this platform to say Ghanaians should really pay attention to the up and coming ones. We've got the source, we've got the thing you guys are looking for, and we think we will be able to catapult this thing to the next level. You guys should give us the maximum support you can.
Definitely. Now, Arathejay, I saw and heard the deep breath that you took when Vondee was talking about support, right? Ghanaians supporting. Let's talk about that and why you had to deep breathe like that. And then we get to talking about where we can find the tape, the Continent Live First Class tape.
Personally, I have a personal problem with emerging, upcoming, because I believe that I think awareness or acknowledgement is a distinction. If you hear the music, it do pay me, but you don't have to be emotional.
No, it's not being emotional. It's saying what it is as it is.
Yeah,
because honestly, I think that we have faltered to an extent in supporting, people across board, where we are just fixated on a certain number of people, right? And yet still we are crying that we don't have enough songs as Ghanaians. We don't have enough artists as Ghanaians. And yet still there are people out there. Jonathan, so I want you to pour it out. It's not you being emotional. And even if it's you being emotional, guess what? It's okay for humans to be emotional, because people will say I'm not an emotional person and only think that emotion is all about being soft and love. No, anger is emotion. Jealousy is emotion. Do you understand what I'm saying? Please pour it out.
As Vondee was saying, what defines a mainstream song? What is it? Is it the length or what? The melody? Yeah, and you listen to our music. You get people telling someone texting you in the morning that this thing saved my life. Someone sent me a message that I did a song. I was so surprised. And those times, most of those messages come at a time where you are bombarded with these kind of things. You are upcoming. You are then you are doing. Then someone will come and tell you your music saved their life.
So that should be some fulfillment for you.
You think of a mainstream song that they say is mainstream and think of an effect that it had on someone's life. I mean, you are not being judgmental. You are not trying to compare. Yeah, so it has to get to a time where you realize that it's not about upcoming. It's not about the person is an artist. What he's doing is not upcoming music. It is music, and it has a genre. I do high life mostly. You can't say that's upcoming high life. You see, so there are some things that
I also think that when they say that, it's in reference to
the acknowledgement,
artist and not the music. Do you understand? Yeah. But eventually, I mean, for all of the grades that we see, they were also once,
upcoming.
Exactly, groundbreaking, so what I do is I break it down, right? I have underground, I have groundbreaking, I have fast rising, I have up and coming. because then it's stratus and then established, right? So you have to go through the ropes. You don't just start and boom, you are an established artist. You go through, you know, all of the ins and outs of it. So yeah, I think that when they say that, it's not in reference to the music, but it's in reference to the artist, right? Yeah, let me also hold brief for you people. Small, just small. But yes, it's good. Yeah, it's good to.
Just like you were saying about the song, because then people go hear the song and they'll be like, hey, they sound like something we did there. Like because it be something we for day there. So I feel like we just have to be intentional.
We
just have to be intentional about it.
What it is exactly, the intentionality, time, acceptance, and broadening our scope and saying that everyone, see, it's not like a blocked road where we say no one can come in, right? Everyone can come in at any time. Anyone can go out at any time. So the onus also lies on us to open up our minds, open up our arms, and accept everyone that is doing it and doing it well and focusing on quality and dedicated, chasing their purpose and passion. I think that's what it is. It's really important. But also for those who want to listen to Continent Live, the First Class Volume 1, where can we find it, guys?
You did everywhere.
Okay.
Apple Music, Spotify, Boomplay.
Good name, the Continent Live Volume 1.
The Continent Live Volume 1. The Continent Live Volume 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
On YouTube as well.
On YouTube, everywhere. You will get them.
We are yet to release the visuals though.
Yeah.
We
That'd be nice. All of the songs.
Some of the songs.
Some of them. Okay. All right. Fingers crossed. We'll look forward to, you know, all of those visuals as well. I like what the Continent Live has done, right? Because we keep talking about machinery, right? So people getting pushed and all of that. So it's a good one. Shouts to the creators and the CEO and the founders and all of that. And the best of luck. Them spotted.
Shouts to Khadija and Big Ro.
Badaro
and Khadija. They spotted.
Shouts to you all. But thanks, guys, for coming. And you go do whatever you want to do. Be the best at it, right? One thing that Team Music will do is always be here to support you through and through. So yeah, we'll do that. We did try. We did try. Top. Thank you guys so much. All right, so on Unpacking this morning, in case you missed it from the beginning, to my immediate right is Vondee, and then next to him is Versez. Across from me is Arathejay. We're talking about Continent Live, which is an incubator assembling very talented artists and pushing them to their very full potential. The full video will be on our YouTube later on, so you can catch it on there as well. You heard them say that the first tape that they released, the Continent Live First Class Volume 1, is already out there. So go feed and feast on it.